All right, everybody, welcome to Wingspan Oceania. We're up against Falafelton today. Let's see what our starting hand has to offer us. Ooh, a little bit rough with the wetlands. There's tons of good wetland birds. Well, there's two. Let's take a look. The grebe and the gull, also both fine picks, I would say. We got the woodpecker, which would get us some food while we draw cards. There's a couple grain in the tray. Otherwise, it's kind of a boring start. I feel like I've seen these cards before. Bullfinch ain't bad. Starting to fall out of love with these. I think that's a good combo right there. Maybe we do this. That'll leave us 2 food for the woodpecker. I don't know if I like the woodpecker. Do I start with the bullfinch? We need white and no powers. Of which, well, there's it's a warbler. Probably my opponent's going to snag that guy up because of the end of round, or the start, end of round goal. I kind of feel like I want to grab the woodpecker. I think we grab the woodpecker, grab some cards, then we can chuck a card for a food right off the bat. One of the nice aspects of these boards. Let's see what our bonus cards are, though. Tucked card birds or falconers. We got nothing that's tucking. We got the gull, but I think that generally a falconer is like considered an A tier, maybe B tier bonus card. But citizen scientist, much lower. We're starting with some expensive birds here, but look at that no goal. We love them no goals. Too bad it's not closer. We like our long games. Third round. Yeah, but I think we go with this. Get down our woodpecker and start digging. We need something for our grasslands. Of course, if the gray warbler does present itself still, we're just going to snag it right away, I think. But we'll see. Let's see what my opponent does. Good luck to Falafelton. Well, he left it, so I think we got to grab that warbler, right? Did he just play Savvies? Does Savvies give us cards too? Yes. So we like that. We'll just snag this guy, get down our bullfinch, and go from there. That's nice. We would have liked these guys too, but that's going to be a very powerful warbler with the end of round goal. So it really puts my opponent on the back foot if they do not have a white power. Should be easy to get down the woodpecker next and grab a couple of these cards. Of course, we might just want to discard a nectar or a second card. I hate to do the single card draw, so the woodpecker might go in the grasslands. Or it might not go anywhere at this point. We'll just have to see. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a nice card. All right, so FYI, I have created a little cheat sheet here. Hopefully you can see it. Obviously you won't be able to read it, but I've written down some things to consider. So I thought I'd share this with you for each turn. It's so for any move you want to make, you got to think about the number of points I've written down, the big picture board. So how does it help your board or not help your board? End of round, bonus cards, and opponent's position. So I'm going to try to keep all of that in mind as I go. I've got another couple tips as well. There is the flicker now, but if the opponent wants the flicker, I don't think there's too much we can do about that. We'll help him tie the, maybe the Phoebe goes in the wetland. That would be nice. Yeah, yeah, the flicker would help him tie the end of round goal. If not, win it if he's got another white power available. But for now, we're just going to get down our bullfinch. And then we'll get some food. And maybe play the Phoebe, probably. See if my opponent does another card draw. Would not be shocked if he went for that flicker. Opponent grabbed up that nectar. So the flicker remains. He's got some plans outside of getting him. We've got some plans of our own. The food is not great for us. Double check that little owl, and unfortunately it does not meet our bonus card. Well, okay, we can actually get down this woodpecker. I think that's what we're gonna do next. We'll put it in the wetlands. We're keeping to the we're gonna play this guy. The food will match as long as oh, the cruelty of the bird feeder. All right, well, scratch that plan. By the way, I wrote down for nectar. Can I spend it? Meaning, will I be able to spend nectar I grabbed before the end of the round? Some reason I wrote, can I grab it? Not sure why I wrote that down. I'd have to rethink that one. And then finally, does it matter? Meaning, especially towards the end of the game, maybe you have that instinct to just go for nectar whenever you see it, but maybe it's not really going to help you with any of the end of round goals. Maybe you're already plenty ahead or plenty behind. So I'm trying to tighten up my nectar game as well. So we'll see what happens there. Once again, not the best food available. I think we got to put the Phoebe down at this point. Phoebe will be great. Man. We remain with nothing for our grasslands, however. But I think first things first, we got to get something in our wetland for sure. Will passing out. Opponent's got lots of cards. Put down a nutcracker. They are going to be getting plenty of food from it. You know, we could always grab the flicker. Just to really solidify our end of round goal. But how necessary is that? Our food is kind of aligned with it, but it's not a strong play. We're going to have to see. Maybe if there's a bunch of grubs in there. We'll grab it for now. Otherwise, we can just turn it into something else. We'll grab the grebe as well. All of this will be very strong. Well, are those the two cards we want? Then we only have the flicker for the grassland or the woodpecker. We'll see. The little owl just seems like garbage. Oh no, they have to give up a rat. How terrible. Of course, sometimes the bird feeder does not behave itself like we see here, and there are just no nectar to be found. But we're not going to bank on that. All right, well. That bird feeder is really being uncooperative, although the fish would be good, or the grebe. I still kind of like the flicker. It serves two roles. It helps with the end of round goal, and it gets our grassland going at least a little bit. It's still, though, it's pretty weak. I'm not going to lie. But I would rather not just pull up another forest bird or grassland or wetland bird and just be stuck with nothing in my grassland still. This woodpecker is a ways away, it feels like. So I think we're going to grab these two. We'll take the grub. My opponent, though, they still have lots of food, so I'm not worried about passing out a grub. We need it more than they do. Still no predators reveal themselves. More cards coming our way. Let's see what we get. What do you get? Cavity or star nest? You never know. Might be a thing. The cassowary is there. That is another white power. My opponent remains with only 2 cards, 2 turns left. They could technically grab the card and play the cassowary. I don't think the cassowary does a thing for us. We could technically cover up that warbler at some point. So maybe, I feel like we got to keep the ball rolling here, which means first grabbing food. So the question becomes, do we grab a fish? And if we do grab a fish for our friend the grebe, do we grab 2 fish or a fish and a rat? I think we gotta grab a fish and a rat. Someday we're gonna use that rat on a predator, I am sure. Should we chuck a card? I feel like there'll be better opportunities to chuck a card, especially since we don't know what we're going to be getting out of it. We'll do this reroll. Well, we're going to get cherries out of it, so cherries fine for our flicker, which I think we're going to play, believe it or not. We got 2 grubs in the tray currently. It's been a very low nectar game so far. We've had 1 to start with, and we're going to play 4 birds here. Get those 2 grubs. Feeling like it's a respectable enough start. All right, so my opponent grabs food. We're just gonna have to play. There's plenty of nectar in there, but you know what? We could play this guy instead. That feels better. Oh, there's no more. Can we play him? No, we don't have a grain. We'd be overpaying for him. There's no more. Man, now we're in a sticky situation. Just really hoping to be able to play that flicker and get some grubs back, but opponent says no. I wonder what my opponent has planned for their final turn. We just play the flicker and not get anything, or do we overpay? I feel like might seem a little crazy, but let's just get the flicker down for the end of round goal. It's pretty weak, but I don't want any double play shenanigans or any other white powers just making me tie or perhaps even win this end of round. So it's a little bit of a shame, but I don't think we have any great options otherwise. Stubble quail. Yep, see, they got a white power down. And they got a boatload of eggs out of it. They are doing much better in the nectar game, but we're still going to win this end of round goal at least. So, do I think the flicker was worth it? I guess that turned it into a 5-point bird. So, 5-point bird is still not the most amazing play, but we'll take it. Okay, we need eggs in the grassland as the final end of round goal. So we'll just get some eggs down and prepare for the next round. My opponent did spend a whole boatload of food for that, so I feel like that's going to set them back a ways. There's no predators. What else do we have going on? Opponent doesn't have any tucking birds. If we are going to get predators, we might be collecting tucking birds. Do we want either of those 2 cards? I don't feel like I'm really thrilled at this point about either of those. I think we just grab up some nectar. Could play the grebe, but first let's get some nectar, I think. And since this... I don't think this shell duck's going to be high on my list. 3 points for 2 food. Maybe get you a card. So I think it can go. And we'll grab a cherry. I think that grabbed us a cherry. Oh, that was for the... getting rid of the shell duck. We'll have 3 nectar. Going to help us chip away at the end of round goal there. I mean, the nectar battle. Maybe we just play our grebe and do some digging. Could get down the woodpecker for a nice robust board, but maybe we find ourselves a predator. I think we do have to deny the goldfinch once we get this grebe down, because if we do get predators again, it'd be a real shame if my opponent grabbed it. Possible, though. I mean, neither one of us have any tucking birds, so they don't know that I have the falcon or bonus card unless they're psychic. So let's just see what happens here. Opponent going for food himself. Not thrilled about anything he sees either, so we'll get down our... We're going to hold on to our nectar. Well, we better spend it. We got nothing in the wetlands. Alright, so now we want to get something down. Maybe we get down this guy next. That would be good. We could just play him outright, I think. Get rid of our cherry. Get rid of one nectar. How's my opponent doing? He's got tons of eggs, though. So maybe that guy does not help us. There's really not a lot of grabbing of eggs in Oceania, so I think the yellow-billed cuckoo has got to go. Opponent does grab the tucker. Hey, there's a predator. What do we get? Puffin. If thou must. All right, well, I think we got to grab that. How long before my opponent gets down? He can't quite get down the goldfinch or whatever it is right off the bat. So the hawk, nice 7 points plus 2 tucks. We got the cards to tuck. Let's grab a couple here. That's great. That also will help us, I feel. Take this guy. Yeah, we'll take... Okay. Let's just not do anything automatically here. We're trying to tighten up our game. I don't know if we have much use for a grub. This might, in fact, allow my opponent to get down that goldfinch, I think it is, before we get a chance to play our hawk. So we do not want to toss this guy out here. And I think we have to get rid of the cuckoo. Cuckoo can go. Sadly, the hooded merganser is not a predator themselves. So we've got some nice wetland options. We've got, oh, look at all these star nests. I didn't even notice. That'll be great for, so maybe we get down this flycatcher next for sure. The only problem is then we might lose the point from the tuck here. So we're going to play this guy first. But we only have one egg. Okay, we got to play the flycatcher next. And then we could just pay our 2 rats for this guy if we don't want to get that tuck. We'll just have to see. Let's spend... Do I want to spend both of these? Tie up my opponent. Yeah. There will be other nectar to come. Oh, look at that. Round 2, and we get 5 eggs out of it. That just makes my day. Okay. I think if he gets down the goldfinch or whatever it is, I'm just going to pay my rats for this guy. It's a 7-point bird. We're happy with paying 2 rats for 7 points. Otherwise, we'll tuck the, I think we'll tuck the woodpecker. Yeah, we need cards in hand anyways, so maybe we'll make a push for that end of round. We'll see how things add up. We're going to have 2, what happens? Wood duck. Ooh. Getting a little scary. He's going to start getting, oh my gosh. All right, we're not going to be making a push for the end of round goal. That is definitely not going to happen. We'll do this. Well, how's my opponent's food doing? Maybe we grab some cards first so we can double tuck. Still can't get down the goldfinch. Oh, let's see. I feel like we got plenty to work with here. Let's just get this guy down. Don't know if I really want that mannequin. Don't feel like doing a blind card draw when we have lots of good stuff here. Bonus card birds feels a little early for these bombs. It would be nice to be able to build out one of our habitats a bit more, but... And do we want to get rid of the woodpecker? 4-point bird. It'll help us generate food out of our grasslands. We're going to just spend... Yeah, we're just going to spend the rats. I mean, cards can be turned into points other ways, so... I'm okay with this. Feeling good about that. All right, well, my opponent... Oh, he grabbed the yellow power, play another bird card. I'll give him a couple extra points and build out his grasslands just a tiny bit. Wood duck is scary. Looking at all that nectar, I am tempted to grab a couple and just play the puffin. I cannot lie. Killdeer. No need for a killdeer. I do think if we do that, we're going to chuck this woodpecker. And just hope something else comes our way. Because 4 points. Nice to have that grain grabbing, but there's no guarantee on it anyways, so... We'll just do this. I was also thinking about just grabbing cards for the end of round goal. But yeah, we're not we're not getting that down. Opponent's got plenty. Alright. Opponent goes for food once again. Their board's looking a little sparse with 4 cards. But they are building up. They got something to play this turn. Lots of food for the next round. Lots of cards to play. Plenty of eggs to do it, so... Let's get this guy down, and I notice I now have the perfect food for my... Oh, wrong one. Let's get this guy down, and now we have the perfect food afterwards for our spoonbill, so that's nice. Our egg generation, I still feel, is lacking. Oh, good. I was hoping for a nest type, because we have so many star nests, so we need 2 more now. Fingers crossed on that one. Don't think there's many ground nest predators, so not the best synergy between those two. I didn't even look at what the other one was. I barely glanced at it before it disappeared from my mind. What did my opponent do there? Let's take a look. Oh, a rough. That means he lost a nectar because he had 3, and I don't think he was able to spend that 3rd one. So took a minute there to figure out if that was the right choice, and apparently he thought so. Opponent with 4 eggs. Let's see how he's going to spend them all. I just see a bunch of cards going down at this point. Nope, going for food once again. Interesting. I guess he's got more nectar needs. Nothing here we like, unfortunately, and we really want more grassland birds here. We're kind of reaching that point where things are going to start being expensive egg-wise, and we do not have much by way of egg generation. We've got 3 in the stash. Do we? I don't think we get this. Well, yeah, we could get the spoonbill down. What the heck? Make our card draw a little easier. Ooh, that hawk would be nice. I take it back. We definitely want the hawk. That is a nice 7-point bird. I think get rid of an egg, because we can just trade it for another egg. We don't like the card. Do that. Well, let's grab a couple off the top first. That's not of interest to us. That'll be nice. We do have this grebe, so we can grab the hawk at the end. Oh, that's nice, too. Look at all these predators we are suddenly grabbing. So, okay. Starting to feel like we're going to be okay. I mean, these are strong birds. This is the rest of our game, I almost feel like. We're not going to get any more ground nests. It's going to be platform nest Yeah, that guy's not worth it. 1 point when my opponent is... Nope, not worth it. See ya. Okay, so now we like all these birds. So our egg laying is once again going to be a bit weak. We also like the hobby, which we can play on top of our warbler. So let's do one more round of card draw. Then we'll have plenty of eggs to discard as well. I mean, hopefully plenty of cards to discard or whatever we need. Grab that guy. Yep, I think we keep that hobby. Get one more. Ooh, that'll be good. Although I don't know if we're going to get a chance to play it with our 1 egg situation. Yep, let's keep on passing out. Get rid of this guy. Don't think that we would need 3 eggs. Don't think he'd be worth it, but we'll see. Says Phoebe. That would be also excellent for us. That is just what we needed to keep this engine humming. So we have all these star nests. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, get us 6 eggs. Yes, please. All right. We cannot spend our 1 egg on this. That can go. We'll take him. We'll get rid of our nuthatch. Okay. Now life is looking good again. Get all the eggs we need for a while. Maybe for the rest of the game. We will see. And try to get a couple. Maybe do a double play. We'll see. I don't know if the Cooper's Hawk is worth it. All right, down will go our Phoebe. Very happy about that. Excellent. Now it's just going to be a matter of playing Predators. So we should get a strong bonus card. Our Nectar game, not strong. I don't think our... Well, we'll be okay here. We might... It's undetermined if we're going to win or lose the last one. I think we start with getting our... I guess we should see if it'd be better to get down the Hawk and the Frogmouth and then just run the engine. I think we can try that. Let's try that. We'll skip the Bluebird plan for now. Take the Nectar. Get rid of this guy. Take him. Take a cherry. Okay. We can put down our Frogmouth and then put down our Hawk, and maybe just that'll be it. We'll see. We'll have to add up some Nectar here. Start with the Hawk, I think. Like we don't have quite enough for the Frogmouth, so that'll have to be next round. Nope. Opponent's getting some big bonus, some big point generators. Okay. I had totally forgotten about our friend the Spoonbill as well. I think we're gonna grab up this. I think we can chuck a card. We can definitely get rid of our Bluebird at this point. And we will take a rat. Grab a grain. Leave no nectar for my opponent, which is nice. That's beautiful. That means that they're going to have to do some real digging for nectar. But at this point, it doesn't matter. There's no way we're catching up in the grasslands. No way we're catching up in the forest. So that's pretty much set in stone. We'll solidify. Question becomes, now is it worth it to play the Frogmouth? 5 points. Yeah, it's worth it. I think we do the frog mouth and then start spamming eggs to make sure we get the end of round goal. We'll get some caches on him. Opponent's going to get 1 nectar. He's got 0 in the wetland, so I am okay with that. It'll be 2 points for him, getting a bird down with a little nectar. So that's a bit unfortunate, but it's to be expected. Here we get a cherry. Nice little cherry on top. We'll put down our friend. And we want to hold on to... Doesn't really matter again. This is there's no way he's going to get... Well, he'd have to get down 2 cards. It's possible for him to... We're not even going to spend this guy then. Because we have plenty of food. Let's spend 2 cherries. We definitely do not need them. We're still going to end up with a fish, a grub, and a grain. So... No, we're not going to have a... Okay. So if we do this... Well, we'll have 2 nectar, so... we definitely have it covered. Now we're just going to start spamming eggs and hope that our predators have some luck. And once we feel secure in the end of round, we'll decide what else we want to play. One is laying eggs. He's got to get some more cards down. You know, we'll spread things out a little bit. Just in case. We did just give our opponent 3 more nectar, but hey, we got 2 after that one. But if they want to go back to their 1 point grassland, forest, kind of okay with that. What did they play? Bald eagle. Okay, 3 turns left. They got plenty of cards. They have 3 eggs. The maximum capacity is 6, 7, 8, 11. I'm sure we have more than that. 2, 4, 5, 9, 13. So not too much more. I think at this point we just have to keep on laying eggs. The hobby is definitely out at this point. Oh, just barely. How cruel. See, my opponent goes for eggs or continues to put down cards. If I were him, of course, I would continue to put down cards. Probably have something good in there, but maybe not. Maybe they're just gonna... It would be a bit defeatist to put down eggs at this point, although it would block my my spoonbill. That's a big play. Okay. So they can get 8 more. They currently have 2, so that gives them 10. We have 10 currently. I think we do 1 more round of egg laying. And the question becomes, do we gamble on... You know, if we could do 11 here, let's just get 11, right? Because that's all they can max out on. They got tons. Man, this is rough. These 3 cards right here are going to kill us, I feel like. With all this food, that's 4, 7, 8, 9. Okay, they can get 10. It has been determined. They have 2. They can get 2 rounds of 4, which is 10. So let's get 1 more in here. Then let's spread it out a little bit just in case we get our friend. 2, 4, 6, 8. It's still... Okay. 1 more here. Probably 2 more here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 11. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Almost enough for oologist. What? Oh, man. What are you doing, Mr. Swanee? Oh my gosh. How mean. All right, well, we'll put down our swan. At this point, starting to feel like the wood duck has got defeated us. So we have to get at least 2 points out of this. So let us hope. It's a 4 points from the bird points. We get 7. Well, I am very glad we played that spoonbill. That was a 11-point play. So not a bad way to end it. We are going to get the end of round goal too, I believe. Yeah, there's no way they're getting as many eggs as we have. That was good, but those point generating cards, those teal powers, they seemed pretty strong. So only going to get 1 at the end of rounds. Don't think it's a victory, but I feel like that was a pretty clean game nonetheless. I feel like I did well, made good decisions this game. So regardless of the outcome, that's really what Wingspan is oftentimes about. Is how much are you not flubbing up your moves, whether you win or lose. Opponent gets 9 up on bird points. Bonus cards, we're going to get a lot stronger. 11 more there. And the round goals, eggs will be us. Hey, we might have this one, but all those tucks, man. It's going to be tuck central. Yeah. And nectar will be them. 107 to 116, 9-point game. Again, I feel good about that. Not bad battling the wood duck. Opponent played very well, very intelligently. Grabbed a bunch of cards for this round and then laid them down for the second round. So yeah, all in all, that was a fun game. I approve. Opponent had Diet Specialist, so excellent card to have. Plenty of 3 food cost birds that the wood duck can grab. GG to my opponent. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We will have to try again next time. Let's get ourselves some details. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel a lot. And I will definitely catch you on the next one. Take it easy.